Yoga for herniated discs. I am Carl Bright, and this is a routine designed to ease the pain of herniated discs. I currently have a herniated disc, which is what led me to yoga. And most often, herniated discs are popping back and to the left or to the right side. So forward bending, deep forward bending is something that you should not do most often because of the position of most herniated discs. So this will be a short flow designed to ease that pain. So we will start standing. Feet are about hip width distance. Drawing your belly in, spine as flat as possible. Now sit your hips back as if you're going to sit back into a squat position, bending your knees over your middle and big toe, kind of right in between. Not rounding forward, back as flat as possible into kind of a awkward pose or chair pose position. Resting your hands onto your knees, and then we're going to keep our spine neutral, but we're going to draw that deep back bend. So inhale, draw your shoulders back, getting that deep back bend. Allow your belly to release. And then exhale, coming back to a neutral spine. Inhale, dropping your belly, allow your belly to pop out. Exhale, neutral spine, drawing your belly in. Inhale, not rounding, neutral spine, getting that deep back bend. Exhale, neutral spine. One more time. Inhale, releasing your belly, shoulders are back, bottom pops out. Exhale, neutral spine. So inhale, standing straight up. Legs are strong, squeezing your thigh muscles, squeezing your glute muscles at about a 5 on a scale from 1 to 10. Not so tight. Drawing your belly in. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down, taking them to your hip, thumbs pressing against your lower back. Press your hips forward, chest lifting up toward the sky. Inhale, lifting your chest back up. Inhale, your hands up. Exhale, arms out toward the side, pressing your low back, pushing your hips forward. Chest lifts, head relaxes back, bottom squeezes, release. One more time, hands release, lifting straight up in front of you, eyes follow your hands. Hands float out toward the side, pressing your low back, drawing your belly in and pushing those hips forward, elbows pointing back behind you, drawing your belly in, relaxing your head back, legs are strong. Release. Now step up toward the top of your mat. Step towards your right side into that star position. Legs are out, arms are out. Try to get your legs about wrist width distance. The edge of your heels and ankles are right at your wrists. Line it up as much as possible. Now you're going to lean back on your heels, your right foot out toward the right side, your left foot pointing toward the corner in that beginning warrior position. Now swinging that left hand all the way forward on the toes of your left leg into that high lunge position. Taking your hands onto your hips, drawing your belly in, pressing your hips forward, back leg, trying to move it toward as straight as possible. Inhale, find your balance, drawing your belly in and reach up and back. Inhale, exhale. For a 3 count, 2, 3, Finding your balance, squeezing your inner thighs toward each other. Taking your hands to your hips, lower that back knee down. Taking both hands to your front knee, top of your back foot pressing against the floor, pushing your hips back, drawing your belly in, swinging both hands up and back, pressing your pelvis forward. Inhale for 3, 2. Exhale, pressing your hips forward. 3. Inhale. Exhale. Taking your hands back to your hips, on the toes of your back foot, and lift, tucking your tailbone, back heel sending straight back behind you, hands up, pressing your hips forward, drawing your belly in. 2, inhale, exhale. 3, shoulders reaching back behind you, head relaxes back, hands towards your hips, straightening your front leg, turning both toes forward in front of you, stretching out your hands, chest lifts up toward the sky, hips press forward. Now turning your left toes all the way toward the left side, swinging your right hand all the way toward your left side, coming high up onto your left toes, stretching that back heel back behind you, turning your pelvis forward slightly, hands towards your hips, pressing your hips forward. Inhale, drawing your spine in, your belly in, and releasing back. For 3, 2, finding your balance, your inner thighs squeeze in toward each other isometrically. 1, taking your hands towards your hips, dropping that back knee down, back toes flat towards your mat, pressing your hips forward as both hands come to your knee, swinging your hands down and up, tilting your tailbone forward, and release for that backward bending. Inhale for 3, exhale. 2, finding your balance. 1, hands towards your hips, back toes pressed into the mat, and lift, pressing that back heel back behind you, pressing your tailbone forward, drawing your belly in, and release back and up. Inner thighs squeezing toward each other, finding that balance isometrically. Drawing your belly in for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Taking your hands towards your hips, leaning your chest and body forward, and step up to a standing position. Now take your body toward the middle of your mat. We will transition to the floor. So just with your right leg, step back, and then just drop into a traditional lunge position, drawing your belly in, keeping your belly as strong as possible. Take both hands onto your inner thigh and just lean your body forward by sending your bottom back first and on to a tabletop position. Now here is where we will round our spine just a bit. It's important to get used to some flexion or forward bending just a little bit in your spine, and cat and cow position is perfect for that. Not too much of a forward bend, but enough to loosen your spine. Inhale, draw your belly down, shoulders are back. Exhale, round your spine. Pressing your hips towards your elbows. Inhale, Draw your belly out, shoulders are back, back bending. Exhale, tucking your tailbone. Feet flat to the floor, inhale, releasing your belly. Exhale, tucking your tailbone. Release, walking your hands forward into that cobra position. Now pressing the tops of your toes and feet into the mat. Drawing your belly in, pressing your hips into the mat and lift up. Not much for that cobra position. Drawing your shoulders all the way up towards your ears for that cobra cape. Release, lowering down. Pressing back to that tabletop position. Taking your hands back up underneath your shoulder, stretching back with your left leg, stretching forward with your right hand, and I want you to lift for that bird dog position. For 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, left leg down. Left hand meets the right hand. Left leg steps back into a plank position, a extended plank position. Lower knees, chest and chin. Pressing your hips into the mat and lift for that cobra position. Lowering down, pressing back into that tabletop position, bringing that right hand underneath your right shoulder, stretching back with your right leg, left hand and right leg lifts, keeping that spine in that back bend position as you lift, finding your balance. Lowering your left hand down, right leg down, left hand meets your right hand meets your left hand, straightening both legs for that extended plank position. Lowering knees, chest and chin, pressing your hips into the mat and lift up into a cobra position. Lifting a little higher if there's no pain. Lower down, pressing back into that all fours position. Left hand underneath your shoulder. Bring that right knee up just a little bit. So right hand up, left leg up, keeping that back bend. Allow your belly to drop. 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, left leg down. Left hand meets the right hand, left leg back. That extended plank position, strengthening our abdominal muscles. You can always drop to your knees if need be, if that full extended plank is too much. Now drop to knees, chest and chin. Tops of your feet press to the floor and lift up for that up dog position. Hips onto the mat. Lower down, pressing back to that all fours position. Now this time, left hand underneath shoulder, moving that right leg up a bit and lifting. 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, left leg, left hand down, extending back into that plank. Knees, chest, and chin, and lift. Lower down, back into that tabletop position. Right hand underneath right shoulder, left knee lifts, right leg back and lift. 3, 2, 1. Left leg down. Right hand and left hand meet, extended plank position. Lower knees, chest and chin, lifting up. Lower down, back into that tabletop position. Same side again. Right hand underneath right shoulder. Left knee moves in just a little bit up underneath your hips. And lift for that bird dog position. 3. Keep that dip in your spine or that back bend. 2. 1. Hand and foot down. Both hands meet. Extended plank position. Lower knees, chest and chin. And lift up. Drawing your belly in for that up dog position. Lowering down. Now, hands underneath shoulders. Pressing back to that tabletop position. Both knees and feet together. Now, bringing both knees out towards your right side. Or lowering your left hip down onto the mat. And rolling over onto your back. Now drawing your right knee into your chest. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Stretching out your left leg, holding. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Right leg releases. Left knee into your chest. Right knee is up. Right foot is into the mat. And pull that left knee into your chest. 3, 2, 1. Your spine is imprinted into the mat. Stretching out that right leg. Toes are up toward the sky. 3, 2, 1. Now bringing both knees into your chest. Drawing your belly in. Now rocking from side to side. 3, 2. Getting that massage on your spine. 1. Now stretching out both legs. Moving into that Savasana position. Toes flare out. Palms turned up toward the sky. Shoulders relax back behind you. Slightly tucking your chin. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. All right. You can stay here for as long as you wish. This was yoga with soda. Yoga for herniated discs. And namaste.